Alright, hello and welcome. This is Aaron with Steel Picking, and in this lesson I'm going to do kind of an impromptu discussion on adding another knee lever or a different pull to your guitar. The common Nashville setup has 3 floor pedals and 4 knee levers, and on my guitar I've got 4 floor pedals and 6 knee levers on the E-knife tuning. And if we had to add one extra knee lever, or one maybe that you'd want to experiment with, I would suggest using the B to B flat pull. And in this lesson, in this video, I'm going to show you some things that you can do with that knee lever, and hopefully kind of pique your interest where you might want to try that. Also, if I was going to change one of my knee levers, one of the common pulls on a standard E-knife is raising your 1st and 7th from an F sharp to a G. If you know how to do that or have the capabilities, I would probably change that knee lever to the B to B flat knee lever. So let's get started and look at some of the licks and some of the things, chords that you can play with that pull. So let's get started. Alright, let's look at this B to B flat pull on our E-knife tuning. That's going to affect our 5th and 10th string. And I'm going to just show you some licks and ideas that you can do with that knee lever. Like I said at the outset, a lot of the standard guitars raise this 1st and 7th string from F sharp to G. And that's like giving you a 7th, and I used that pull a lot and in the past, but I found that this B to B flat knee lever has a lot of possibilities, and I'll just show you a few of them and maybe get you thinking, and maybe it's something that you might want to try. Now, just like the very first lick that I did, I was doing the like the Together Again, the Tom Brumley. Whereas in the past, you would have to play that like that. If you have the B to B flat knee lever, you can do these half steps without even moving. So we'll talk about that a little later. So let's go to our 8th fret, and we'll just look at some chords that we can play, or some licks that we can play with that knee lever. If we play 5, 6, and 8, and then we lower that with the B to B flat, you can do like an intro like that. So instead of doing a lick like this, you can stay at that very first, that same fret, and get a good lick with that B to B flat knee lever. Now if you add 5, 6, and 9 and lower that, that would be like a 7 flat 5, a C7 flat 5 chord. Okay, so there's one idea. Now the next one that I do a lot, we can go from C to a C7th. So we can go 8th fret, 5, 6, and 8. Go to your 6th fret, 5, 6, and 8 with your A pedal down. Release 5, 6, and release A. Then lower that 5th string with that B to B flat knee lever. that gives you a C seventh chord at your 6th fret. Now another thing that I use it for is like if I'm in the key of C and it goes to the 2 chord or to the D chord at the 10th, I can get that chord right here at the 8th fret. So I can go from C, 5, 6, 8, 4, same grouping with that B to B flat knee lever, that's a D7. So there's another lick that you could do with that. 1 chord to a 2 chord at this 1 fret. Okay, so now we have a C, go back 2 frets, use that knee lever, you have a 7th C, C7, or you can go from a 1 to a 2 chord right there at the 8th fret. Okay, another lick that I do with this, or another way that I use this lick, or use this knee lever, is I use it in conjunction with a minor chord. So if we go to our 4th fret, play 5, 6, 8, and lower 8 with our E to E flat knee lever. Now if I lower that 5th string, that gives me a D minor 9th when I lower that. And I can prove that by playing that note right there. That 9th note is a D. So that's a C minor 9th. C minor, lower that 5th string gives me a C minor 9th. Release it, raise that 5th string with your A pedal, release A, lower it with the B to B flat knee lever, release that B to B flat knee lever. Okay, so another lick that I do, or another time I use it, so I like to use that lick or that knee lever if I'm in the key of C and I go from C to G to F. When I go to that G chord, a lot of times I'll use that knee lever at the F fret or at the 13th fret. See, that's a G7. So there, you're just 2 frets behind, which is kind of the positioning for this knee lever. And that gives you the 7th of whatever chord that you're in. So I know G is at the 15th. I want a G7th. I can go 2 frets behind and use 4, 5. Okay, so that's another way that I think about when I'm using this knee lever. Okay, you can also use this like playing whole tone licks or scales. You can lower that fifth string, and for the key of C, you can lower that and go up 3 frets. So we could start at our 3rd fret, play 7, 6, 5 with that 5th string lowered. And just go up 2 frets. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. 7, 6, 5, slide it up, go 6, 7. Slide to 7. And that's the way that whole tone scale would work using that B flat knee lever. Okay, you can also do a lick like this, which you've seen Buddy Emmons did a lick like. You can do kind of that same style of lick using this B to B flat knee lever. And again, using C as a reference, I play that lick 5, 6, and 9, the B to B flat knee lever in, release it, go to your 6th fret, the B flat knee lever in, release it, 9th fret. So this one's going up in 4s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We play the lick at the 3rd, 6th, 9th, and then it resolves in a C major 7 or C major 9, which is at the 10th fret. 4, 5, 6, 9, and 7. You can add your 7 with A and B pedals down. So that one is. Okay, so there's another lick that you can do with that. Now another one that you can do if you have, and I'm not going to really teach about half stops on knee levers, but if you go to your 3rd fret, play 5, 6, and 8 with A and B pedals down, and then you depress that B to B flat knee lever, that gives you from C to C minor. So 5, 6, and 8 at your 3rd fret, A and B pedals down. 4. Now 5, 6, and 8, A and B pedals down, the B to B flat knee lever. Gives you C minor right there. Okay, so this is just kind of a few things that I do with that knee lever. And like I said at the outset, if I was going to try to experiment with one, I would probably take that F sharps to G's, the 1 and 7 raise. I would take that knee lever off and then convert it to the 5 and 10 lower. It lowers it a half tone. And I believe that'll give you some good licks. Alright, as always, just want to thank you for watching the videos, and hopefully it's give you some ideas on adding a different knee lever or maybe changing one of your existing knee levers to try this B to B flat pull. So as always, just thank you for watching, and just keep picking.